Welcome back to the Hua-Mak Indoor Stadium here in Bangkok, where we still have 4 semi-finals to bring you on our live coverage this afternoon from the Thai capital. Great win that for Huang and Liu, and we're concentrating next on the women's singles, and any chance we get to see An Se-young is always a delight. Just 17 years of age, seeded 3 here, and a big favourite against Japan's Aya OHORI. Had the pleasure of watching An Se-young late in 2019. She was fantastic. Easy quarter-final for her, relatively speaking, and what a win for Aya OHORI, who took care of the second seed, Ratchanok Intanon, in front of her home fans, 21-11 in the third. Real shock that. Can she produce another one against the 17-year-old Korean? Won't have long to find out.
On court 1, women's singles semi-final. Please welcome An Se-young from Korea.
Yeah, her reputation's starting to precede her.
And please welcome Aya OHORI from Japan.
Crowd starting to build up a little, and big fans of OHORI as well. So should be in for a good one here. As mentioned, An Se-young starts favourite.
Umpire Ramida Asawaposo from
She
Thailand.
has won both the previous meetings
from Thailand.
that they've had.
Okay.
Most recently
all red.
at the
Red.
Korea Masters
Red.
in Gwangju. I saw that match. It was a very tight first set. First game. Second game was pretty one-sided.
Service.
Just going up the rankings almost on a weekly basis. An Se-young, she's up to 9 at the moment. She's not 18 for a couple of weeks. On the most promising Player of the Year award for last year. Not surprising, really. She won 4 titles, including the French Open. It's a Super 750 event. She beat Carolina Marin in the final, and that could be the same showpiece as tomorrow, because Marin will see next in action, so we could get another extravaganza. She had struggle in the first round against Han Yu. Pretty straightforward in the next 2 rounds, including yesterday. But it's not just the results she's had, the way that she plays, just phenomenal. So Aya OHORI, who's ranked currently at 20, she has been as high as 13. The left-hander from Japan, from Fukushima. Very successful junior player in her day. She won silver and a couple of bronze medals at the World Junior Championships. Hasn't won an event since the US Open in 2017. There are her results. A standout win over Intanon yesterday. I don't think too many saw that coming. Ramida Ashawapospa is the umpire. And Jetaron Yonmasang, also from Thailand, is the service judge.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, An Se-young, Korea. And on my left, OHORI, Japan. OHORI to serve. Love ball. Play.
So here we go then, the first of back-to-back women's semi-finals that we're bringing you here from the Thai Masters. I was saying earlier, think about An Se-young, it's not just that she's such a terrific player, but mentality for a 17-year-old. So strong.
Service over. 1-all.
Very nicely played by OHORI.
2-1.
Well wide.
Service over. 2-all.
Not sure it's really on from where she played it. A very difficult shot. Astonishing temperament for a player of her age, An Se-young.
3-2.
Oh, that's magnificent. Absolutely magnificent.
3-all.
Missed that, but one of the things that I noted about her is she
4-3.
reads the game so well, moves her opponent around the court. It must be incredibly irritating to play against her when she's playing on top of her game, because you do a lot of running and lose a lot of points.
Service over. 4-5.
Big matches for OHORI there, especially hasn't won a tournament for 3 years. Chance to get into a final and a real showpiece match against either Yamaguchi or Marin. Semi-final will be directly following this match. Oh, that's a almost inexplicable error. Just maybe rushed it a bit. Of course, once that shuttle drops below the level of the net, you're in trouble. Well, that might get some of the confidence flooding back. That was a super shot. Completely fooled the teenage opponent with that. Well, it's no exaggeration to say that Han Se-young's won 8 points in this game so far. Probably 5 or 6 of them on OHORI errors. Wasn't even close to what she was trying to do. It's literally a good foot below the top of the net, that hit. Yeah, give it just a sniff and she'll run riot on you. Opportunity was there. Wasn't the right shot from OHORI, and it was punished severely.
9-7. Service over. 8-9.
It's wide again.
Service over. 10-8.
So a 3-point lead for Han Se-young. I don't think she was anywhere near her best, but OHORI, too many unforced errors so far.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. 11-8. Play.
Oh. Best shot we've seen from her so far.
12-8.
OHORI had to cover the shot down the line. No chance getting to that. Yeah, for once she was out 4. So tactically astute and so young, but she'd rather telegraph that, and OHORI was on it in a flash, put it away impressively.
Service over. 9-13.
It's long.
10-13.
Snatched that at a fraction. That's as close as she gets to showing emotion on the negative side anyway when she's missed a shot. Comeback's on now.
12-13. Service over. 14-12.
That was another present. Sometimes maybe we're guilty of expecting too much from An Se-young and forget how old she is, how experienced she is. I think sometimes maybe just loses concentration, which is Totally understandable. Played the wrong shot there. So much talent, though. Just doing enough at the moment in this game to keep her nose in front.
Service over. 14-15.
Shot.
15-all.
A terrific angle on that. And she's hauled herself level with the youngster. Oh, that's fantastic, though. Almost did the splits trying to get to that.
Service over. 16-15.
Nice placement, though, from the Korean.
17-15.
Just think OHORI wouldn't be human if there wasn't some kind of seed of doubt. That's very clever too. And she's played An Se-young twice before, lost both times. Until you've beaten a specific individual, there's always that nagging doubt whether you can do it, whether they've just got the evil eye over you.
Service over. 16-18. Play.
Going to be challenged. Close-ish. Not convinced this is going to be successful, but I guess nothing to lose at this stage of the opening game. Only 3 points needed now by An Se-young, and 2 if this is upheld, which it is.
Challenge unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining. Service over. 19-16.
Oh, well played. She is going to be a serious superstar. I mean, you could argue she is already. A tactical maturity. Great example of working her opponent around the court and then coming up with that. Brilliant. And 4 game points for the teenager.
Service over. 17-20.
Well, not at her phenomenal best, but good enough. 21-17. And Se-Young takes the opening game.
21-17.
뭐만 네가 딱 되는 거 잡으면 그리고 네가 여유가 없으면 주선 분들도 그냥 밀고 클리어하면 그러다 그리고 또 해. 그러면 나중에
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Second game. Love for play.
So what can Aya OHORI do in this second game? We need to find a plan to fight back against such a precocious talent. Good shot.
Service over. 1 love.
Oh, that's very nicely done. She's got a very solid all-round game, OHORI. You don't get to be inside the top 20 without that, of course, but just took a bit of pace off it, concentrated on precision and found it perfectly. You wouldn't know from looking at her in the course of a match, and so young, whether she's 10-2 up, 10-2 down, or all square. Keeps her emotions in check wonderfully well. Not letting herself get rattled is kind of half the battle.
3-2.
Well, reactions. Panic in that situation. OHORI came charging in. A yard either side of An Se-young would have been fine. Oh, that's brilliant. Every so often, she's coming up with an absolute beauty.
3-4.
It was nowhere near as easy as she made it look. It was played from pretty deep. Once again, exceptional defence from An Se-young. Really was. How did she get to that? Having said that, should have finished it off. OHORI.
Service over. 5-3.
Always curling onto the line. That was nicely played by OHORI, who amid a welter of brilliance from An Se-young is just about still in touch. Can't afford to get much further behind, you wouldn't imagine. Another little cracker from the Japanese. Wide.
6-7.
Well, that's 4 points in a row. And all of a sudden, An Se-young's lead has disappeared. Spent more time on the deck than actually on her feet. And Se-young in that rally. So here's a little test of An Se-young's character. 7-3 ahead, now 8-7 down in the second game. Needs to get it back on track. And did. Oh, terrific again. Well, when we get both women playing well, you know, very watchable badminton match. Well, what can you say about that? Fantastic defence again from An Se-young, but it's a bit tight from OHORI. It might have crawled over nonetheless, but didn't. A bit of a shock I can give you on court 2, where Marcus Ellis and Lauren Smith, the number 6 seeds from England, have beaten Go and Lai of Malaysia in 3 tight games. We'll see the other mixed doubles semi-final. That's match number 5 on the show court today. Meanwhile, An Se-young has got a lead back, albeit a very slender one.
Service over. 10-all.
Well, finishes the first half of the second game with a flourish. Arrow straight down the line, and a narrow advantage for the Korean as they go to the mid-game interval. racket anywhere near coordinated with the hands there. She was all over the place. OHORI. On the line, and it's going to be challenged. I say on the line, that was the line judge's view, but OHORI wants Hawkeye to check the accuracy of that call. No problem as far as An Se-young's concerned.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. Play. Service over. 11-13.
Good stretch. Beautiful. And that's what I was saying about maturity in shot selection. Just saw OHORI just backtracking a little bit. Plays the perfect drop shot.
Service over. 14-11.
I don't think she's been anywhere near as good as we've seen her today. I mean, it's still hugely high level, but she's in front. So much more to come. Been helped by a few of those kind of unforced errors from OHORI.
15-12. Play.
Shake of the head tells you what she thinks of that shot.
Service over. 13-15.
And Se-young, of course, will be desperate to get to the Olympic Games if she can. Just around the corner as OHORI threatens a little bit of a fight back here. And points obviously are crucial, ranking points that you pick up in each tournament. $7,000 points for the winner here this weekend, just under 6,000 for the runner-up. Winner's check, by the way, in the singles, just shy of 13,000 US dollars. Been a largely frustrating experience for that woman so far this afternoon. Had that huge win yesterday over Ratchanok Intanon. does. You see it so often, just in badminton, but in tennis as well. Player has a absolute standout victory and then just can't get to the same level the following day in the next round. Apology from An Se-young, but she's only 3 points away now.
18-14.
And that was really tentative and almost, well, can't quite say that she's submitted, but
19-14.
it was a weary effort and a shot of a player who thinks she's probably beaten here. So after just 41 minutes on court, 6 match points
Match point
for An Se-young.
14.
They say it's the sign of a top, well, she's going to challenge this, but it's about to say, they say it's the sign of a top-class player when you can play below your best and still have the game to win comfortably. That's what's happened here. I don't think she even wants to see the challenge. She's accepted it. 21-14 in that second game. 41 minutes the match duration, and we're going to see her in yet another final.
Match won by An Se-young, 21-17, 21-14.
Yeah, I don't think the challenge would have given her anything there. She realised that that was the case. So 21-17, 21-14, a 42-minute match. An Se-young goes through to the final. But who will she meet there? Is it going to be Yamaguchi or Marin? They're next.